Hi, welcome to TimeDrain, where we take all of your time. So, how does that make you feel? And we don't feel bad about it because you're clearly trying to kill time looking for a podcast to distract you from whatever boring task you find yourself in. I'm your host, Ninja Nick, and this is my co host.
Splash.
If you're new to the show, we talk about new topics every week to continue giving you interesting content for the perfect time killing conundrums you may need to kickstart your day. Before we get to the topic, we're going to start off with some light small talk. Segment 1, small talk for 10 minutes or more. Small talk for 10 minutes or more. So how you doing, Splash?
I was pretty good. I was pretty good. The first time you read it off.
First,
Okay. I'm
yeah,
doing I'm doing all right. I'm doing pretty good. I hear you have a topic for us today and I'll just let
yes,
that
yes,
sizzle. But yeah,
sizzle. No pun intended.
no pun intended. Yeah. Oh, I
Y'all
didn't
will
even
get
no, it
that.
really wasn't
Y'all,
intended. The pun really
yeah.
wasn't intended. I didn't mean to do that.
Y'all, y'all, y'all will get the what I just said whenever we get to the topic,
Mhm.
and it's a funny joke. So how does my mic sound? I know in the last time I think that was before I put my styrofoam panels up. I can't remember.
There's a lot less echo,
or whatever.
but I don't know. I mean, it kind of sounds the same.
Okay,
I mean,
a lot less echo, but still
is
sounds
a
the same.
little less echo. That's the only difference.
I think once I put like my final row, once I get them ordered and put my final row of styrofoam
Hmm.
panels up behind me, then it should do do a lot more. It should be better.
Yeah. Um, let's see. Anything I want to small talk about? Oh yeah, it's hot, Nick. It's been freaking hot again for another week of just complete and utter misery. I got sunburnt in the face Friday. I got I freaking was so lightheaded. I wanted to die Tuesday. I'm done with the heat, Nick, and I'm glad that it's raining. It's supposed to rain all week,
Well,
so
it's is it? I ain't looked at the weather.
well, I looked at it last week. It may have changed, like the end of like Friday. I looked at it.
Yeah, hold on. Let me look at it real quick. And here we have your weather forecast for
The Time
where
Drain
we're
Weather
at.
Podcast, the weather podcast.
So so we have so here's your weather forecast once it loads because I have terrible internet. Tonight is it is currently 65 degrees, and it feels like 65 degrees. Your wind is going 2 miles per hour north, and it is 0% chance of precipitation, 93% humidity, 8-mile visibility. Your dew point is 63 degrees, and your pressure is 27. I'm not even gonna try that. Um, and then we have an ad for a free government tablet. Shipping is free, and the
Hey,
application
whoa,
takes
whoa, whoa,
5
whoa!
minutes.
We don't endorse that. What? What are you doing, man?
It's just what it popped up. Anyways, so today was 40% chance of precipitation. Tomorrow is 5% chance with a high of 72 and a low of 56. Tuesday is high of 77 and low of 60. And then 25% chance of precipitation. Then Wednesday, it is 71 degrees, and then low of 46 and 20% chance of precipitation. And then Thursday is 73, high 44, low 0% chance. Friday is 74, high 43, low with 0% chance of rain. And Saturday is 78, high 49,
Are
low
you gonna
0%
read
chance.
absolutely everything? Like, come on, man. We're not
I'm
the
not
Weather
gonna
Channel.
read. I'm not gonna read up to the Tuesday because mine shows like a week ahead. So, but
Okay.
yeah, that is your time drain weather If you don't live near us, I guess that sucks for you. I can be like every other news weather person and get my prediction wrong. So,
Yeah, so I guess the question is,
So, how does that make you feel?
oh
anyway,
my god.
I do have something to say for the small talk time today, and that is I listen to podcasts. Yeah, I know I listen to other podcasts. Freaking whatever. Um, that's where I got inspiration to do this podcast with you. So I was scrolling through, and remember, mind you, before we like thought of the name for this podcast, I did look. Nobody else had the name Time Drain for their podcast, but you know what name they do have?
What?
Time Suck.
Huh.
Time Suck with Dan Cummins, and you know what the podcast is about?
What?
It's about conspiracies. It's about conspiracies
Oh my god.
and I could just read. Each week, Dan Cummins enthusiastically dives into everything from cults to killers to conspiracies, absurdly and sarcastically sharing the best of what he uncovers with you. Join the cult of the curious. Um, I've thought about listening to it, but I haven't listened to it. But yeah, I'm just gonna say we did not know that Time Suck existed, and this is Time Drain. We're better than that. We are comedy. He's a true crime podcast or a conspiracy
Listen.
podcast. But this could.
So I heard about this new conspiracy, right? All right,
It's
so people
a good
think,
segue, I guess.
oh, you thought that was, oh.
Oh, that's not the
No, that was
okay.
not.
Not
That
the
was not my segue to the next segment. My segue will be more of a, you'll know when my
But
segue
why
is.
though?
Because I said so.
okay.
Um, so, my week has been decent. Um, we had to. So where I work, I have a toolbox. And
He needs tools.
I'm based. Yeah, I need tools. I'm a lube tech. So I do oil changes, rotates, and stuff. And so I have my toolbox at whatever, but I'm currently going to community college for automotive for my automotive automotive associate's degree. I think it's automotive repair and dialysis or dialysis, not dialysis,
Yeah. Your eyes.
diagnostics.
Your eyes. You got
So I
dialysis.
don't know. I went through 3 words in a matter of like 2 seconds. But
Dialysis.
anyways, so
Diagnostics.
so the way they do it is a 2-year program. Um, and so what they do, it's 4 semesters, 2-year program or whatever. So first semester the way they do it is you get to borrow the tools from the school. So they have little roll carts that have a set of tools in them, and you use that for your first semester. Then after first semester, they want you to at least, because by that point, hypothetically, they think that you'll have a technician job or something, or apprentice job, that you'll be making enough money to start buying your own tools and then build up your own little collection. So then you can take that to school and leave that there. So then after that, after once you hit second semester, you can't borrow the school's tools anymore. So I have been in this program for going on, it's already been 2 years. And the reason why I'm staying in longer than 2 years is because my first semester, I went through a spurt of being a normal teenager and not listening to anybody. And I traded a 96 Chevy S10 for a 96 Ram.
Idiot.
The uh, long story short is this Ram was a piece of crap. Did not like it. 2 weeks in, it crapped itself. Took it to the college. Basically, was told it needed a new engine or new head gaskets or whatever. Well, I was going to put a new engine in it. Did that. Did all this stuff. Spent like $4,000 and put $4,000 into this truck. And Was more focused on getting it running because it was my only source of transportation besides a buddy of mine.
Yeah.
And I was more focused on getting it running and didn't really focus on schoolwork too much. So I failed my two of my classes, and so I had to retake them this semester. So because there are only certain classes are available certain semesters, so I got to redo that or retake these. So I brought my toolbox from work. Well, it was only one guy on lunch or that wasn't on lunch in the shop, and I got him, and we were putting the we got the toolbox, we got the top part of the toolbox on the truck, and then we got the bottom part. We had to go grab another guy from back shop to bring it and come up and keep it balanced and everything. And I had two tires in the back of my truck, so we wedged one on the side of the top of the box to keep that from moving, and then the bottom box part of the box we had it was like up close to the um tailgate. So what we did was we put the tire behind the bottom part of the toolbox and went to go shut the tailgate, and it was just enough that the tailgate wouldn't shut. So me and him looked at each other and just like slammed that tailgate shut. And he looked at me and I looked at him. He's like, "Is your tailgate good? Or do you trust your tailgate enough?" I said, "No, not really, but we're about to find out if it's good enough." And so I drove down and didn't have any problems out of it. So
Yeah, I still haven't installed new rotors on my car from the last story I told from Motor Mile. Um, I'll get to it. I'll get to it.
I'll get to it eventually.
I'll get the car inspected. Probably not going to go to Motor Mile, but my good friend Ninja Nick over here doesn't have any hard feelings about that. I don't know
No,
if
I really don't.
I don't know if you want to talk about that or not. I don't know if any of your coworkers listen to this
I don't
podcast.
know if I don't know. Well, basically, the shop that I work at is like we're a big company, and I'm not bashing them or anything, but you have any place you go, you have the bad workers and all that stuff, and the people that will cheat you out of your money and all that stuff. Well, that's what some people. My the shop that I work for, they are a really big like dealership, and usually people have bad whatever with dealerships, and big dealerships get bad reputations because there's so many people in that dealership that people get multiple experiences. So sometimes you may go in there and you may get a good experience, and sometimes you may go in there and get a bad experience. So, and we're just a bunch of people come in and get bad experiences and
I
stuff,
can't
and
really say that
they
I've
don't.
had a bad experience with Motor Mile, but I know that my family has, and I don't.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of people have had bad experiences with Motor Mile, and then, but I mean, I just work there. I don't care about if they've been good to me for the most part.
Hey man,
I
what's
mean, I
going
don't
on? What's wrong? Why can't you do this? Hey man, I just work here. I
just
mean,
work. I literally just work here, like, or work there. I do my best to do my job correctly, um, with not a lot of mess ups. I Out of the whole time I've been there a year and 7 months, I think is what I was talking to Riley about earlier. Um,
that's a long
been
time, honestly.
a year and 7 months, and I've only had maybe one mess up. Usually, it's not bad if you let it go out. If you don't let it go out the door like that, it's usually not really bad. But if you let like we've had instances where we had a guy, he forgot to torque the lug nuts on a Ram 1500, and dude went out and was driving it and came back and said that there was vibrations and the truck was wobbling. Well, all the lug nuts had worked themselves loose, so he was like the lug nuts weren't tight. So
I think you
they
talked
let
about that. I'm not sure.
But the only mess up I've had is on a Prius wheel. Um, that I know of, unless somebody's messed up or unless somebody's not came back yet. But as far as I know, there's only been one mess up.
Yeah.
Um, which is which in my eyes is pretty good. Ideally, you don't want any mess ups, but every now and again you'll have a mess up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, unless you are a fast food restaurant and you just continuously mess up
Hey, I used
someone's
to
order
work there.
every every single time. Every single time. Well, there went the light, but that's fine. Um, so that that brings us into this topic today.
This
Our
topic.
topic,
What is this thing called a
this
topic?
topic, our topic for today is fast food. Whether it be a good experience, or a bad experience. In my case, it's going to be multiple bad experiences. Um, I just have listen. My life is just I. I should just make a separate podcast about the bad experiences in my life.
Pretty much. I mean, that's what you're
I
filling
could,
up the podcast with is just your bad
I
experiences, but
could,
it's good. It's good
I could.
content.
It is. So this started the other day, and I called Splash about it. Like maybe a few minutes after I'd left the drive-thru.
Mhm.
So the town we live in, we have a McDonald's, we have a Wendy's, a Hardee's, a Dairy Queen, any basic country town or
And a
country county or
Mexican
whatever,
restaurant, and then we
and a
have
Mexican
the
restaurant and a
Mexican
Chinese
restaurant,
restaurant.
by the
Yeah,
way.
the Mexican restaurant.
Oh,
Um, but anyways, so I don't go to McDonald's
Domino's,
mainly because
Pizza Plus.
99% of the time I go there, it's it's just a terrible experience. Like
Wait, you talking about
usually
McDonald's?
it's yeah,
Okay.
it's usually like high school kids. Um, if if there is adults that work there, they're like I swear they're on crack or something.
So here's my
Um,
problem with McDonald's. I I like McDonald's to an extent. Like I like their food. Their food's all just filler. And this is controversy, but yeah, it's not real food. The food is good though. Um Whenever it's made right. It's not always made right. In fact, most of the time it's not.
yeah,
McDonald's has a lot of problems. Yes, like most of the time you're going to have high school kids, crackheads, old people. The only good workers are pretty much the older people that work there, and most of the time they're maybe managers or something like that. I actually knew a couple people that went from Hardee's that came from McDonald's, and vice versa. But I've had a lot of problems with McDonald's. The main biggest problem I've had with McDonald's, and no, it's not the ice cream machine. It's the long wait because of all the popularity of McDonald's and how many people are wrapped around the drive-through almost
well,
all day.
even like when there's nobody in that drive-through, it's still a long wait. Like I've went there where like there was one person in that drive-through, and it took like 10 minutes to get food.
We'll just say it's not like it's fast food, but it's not
It
like
the way they
faster than
work,
going and
yeah,
sitting down somewhere.
the way they work is like it's terrible. And
Yeah.
like that's why I don't go to that McDonald's is because they're slow. 99% of the time they don't get your order right. And then yeah, so
I'll go
and
to
then
out of the fast food restaurants, I go to McDonald's once in a blue moon for a couple
yeah,
of
so,
reasons. One of the main
but
reasons is every time I eat at McDonald's, it's an hour, like almost an hour max, and I gotta be on the toilet because it's just gone. It's there and it's gone.
yeah. And then so Hardee's I've not had like any bad experiences, I don't think. Other than well, our town everybody goes in the morning to Hardee's to get stuff. So if you go there by like 9 if because their breakfast is till 10. So if you go there like 9:40, 9:50, which they're like packed out to the road
Oh yeah.
because everybody's trying to get their final like breakfast stuff because they wanted Hardee's chicken biscuit or whatever. But the second place that I have a problem with in our town, um, and that's like second, like if you were to rank them, McDonald's would be the worst place to get worst like fast food service in our county. And then Wendy's is probably the second because every time, like it never fails. If I'm like starving or if I have like any slight inconvenience and I have to like depend on them to get the order right or whatever, and I go in there like ticked off, but I don't take it out on them. But if I like go in there with that ticked off mindset, they always get it wrong. Like there's been multiple. I'll go in and I'll ask for a Dave's double. It's supposed to be double, double meat and cheese, then lettuce, tomato, ketchup, mayonnaise, pickles, I think, and then onion. I don't know if it comes with onion or whatever. So there has been multiple instances where I've went in there, got it, pulled out the bag, and either A, one instance, it literally just had mayonnaise on it, mayonnaise, butter, cheese, and I was just so hungry that I was like, I don't care, but it's still stupid. You should be able to get my order right. So then, the second time, I think they only like, I think it didn't even. I think I had ketchup, lettuce. I think it was lettuce, ketchup, and mayonnaise and cheese and the beef patties or whatever, and that was it. And then another instance, there was um, I got the new nacho cheeseburger or whatever
It's
that
pretty
they just
good.
came out with.
I like it.
It is good. Didn't have queso on it. Didn't have something else on it. I think it just had the chips, cheese, and lettuce. I think is what it had on it. And then I had asked them for queso fries. No, I didn't ask them for queso fries. I asked them for chicken nuggets and baconator fries instead of baconator fries. We pull out and Riley's already she's starving. She looks in the bag and she's like, "Are you kidding me?" I was like, "What?" She said they forgot the baconator fries. I was like, "Well, you can have my fries because I'm not that kind of person that come front or whatever."
Yeah.
But we were talking about it, and she's like, "We're just gonna have to end up being those people that check our bag before we leave the drive-through."
That's what my
It's
mom
starting to
always
get,
told me to do, no matter which fast food you went to.
yeah, it's starting to get to the point where I'm gonna end up starting having to do that. And the reason why because I had told Splash before, I said whenever I called him about this episode, I told him that it was probably going to be controversial, and he's like, I don't get how fast food can be controversial. The reason that it's this is going to be controversial is I'm going to be that person to go. I don't believe that fast food people should be getting paid more, like how they're wanting minimum wage up to $15 an hour because uh, fast food people are like, well, you don't understand what I have to deal with. I have to deal with angry customers. I have to deal with angry customers too. Uh,
Let me just
then
be the person that's going to ask the question. Um, it does suck. I mean, like as a former fast food employee, you kind of had it easy, Nick. You were at Pizza Plus,
I
so
did have it easy.
it
I will
wasn't
admit
fast
that
food. It was a pizza joint.
yeah, Pizza Plus was like it was easy. Yeah, you got stressful in your fast fast times, but for the most part, it was pretty easy.
Look,
And I'll even admit that that was different. That's different than fast food.
I'll say it here, and like this is where, okay, so I understand your argument there. This is where I like kind of draw the line in my brain. Okay, so the managers get paid like normally like $4 more than you or whatever it is.
Yeah,
So like, okay, well, we're just gonna use this example. I was paid $11 an hour when the minimum wage was $11. The managers were being paid $14 an hour, which is only $3 more.
yeah,
Okay. And I was doing, so there was teenagers that were working and they didn't do like half the crap I did. And I was asked a lot of, because I am a good worker. I mean, I don't like to brag or anything, but I am a good worker. You know, if I sign up to do a job, I'm going to do the job right. I'm going to do it by the books. And I did. And I was getting paid the same amount as these people that were doing absolutely nothing.
yeah. And that's
So,
the thing that sucks about these certain places because you you have these people that don't do anything and they get paid the same amount as you, but yet they're the same people that are getting mad and saying that they should be paid more when like everybody can. People think that not everybody can flip a burger. Everybody can flip a burger. That's the reason why certain jobs get paid more. Like, some people can't can't do certain jobs. That's why you have to have a degree, or it's just some people can't handle the mental part of a job. Like they don't have the um mental capacity or whatever to do it. They can't handle like being under pressure or getting yelled at or something like that.
I mean, look, I was in the back. I was the cook because I didn't want to be up front. They egged me on to be up front, and sometimes I was up front, dealing with the customers. And almost every time I did, and I was a waiter too, almost every time I did, it was a stressful situation because they would ask for such specific things. And it's ridiculous to me, and I have nothing against the customers. Sure, like, I guess sometimes you want specific things because of maybe allergies, or maybe just because you want your sandwich a specific way or whatever it is, or you want your fries without salt because you don't like salt or whatever. Or you want your drink without ice. That's fine. That's, normal stuff, but I mean, it's almost like they go the extra mile to try to get you peed off, especially
Yeah,
whenever you're meant to be treated as an equal amongst all the other employees, and you have to put on a face no matter what, because that's like a job requirement, especially at
yeah.
places like Chick-fil-A where that is a
It's the
job
whole, yeah.
requirement.
It's like a whole. The customer's always right, and not in some cases or most cases, depending on where you're working, it is the case where the customer is not right. Like sometimes at my job, customer will come in, like let's just say they have 3 30 seconds on their tire, which is again 3 30 seconds, which is in the red, and you need to look. You either a need to really look at getting tires, or you need to get a set of tires, and people want them rotated, and you're like, why are you gonna spend that 40 50 bucks when you could take that money and set it aside to new tires?
Yeah. But yeah, that's the way I see it. I mean, like, do I think they should be paid more? Absolutely not. I consider fast food to be a beginner job, retail a
Yeah, that's
beginner
like
job with the potential to make more money the longer you're there. In terms of like students and teenage kids, don't take me wrong for this, but I don't think they should be able to make more than the minimum wage. The reason I think this is because they're in school. They're probably just working because they have to, and they'll probably quit the job as soon as they get ahead and then move to another
yeah,
restaurant or whatever because their parents wants them to. So I just don't think that unless they're going to stay there until they're 18 and continue to, oh, hey, I'm off tomorrow, to continue, to continue to, work there and try to, do more and do better and do more things, I don't think they should get paid more. Same way with an average Joe. This is my opinion. I don't think you should get paid more if you don't put in more effort, you know?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like,
Yeah.
again, I was getting paid the same amount as these slackers, and I was doing triple the work. So it's unfair. I was even doing manager things and wasn't getting paid manager pay, but we're not going to talk about that. That's my fault.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
there's some places that like they will do they will do that to you. Like they'll make you do other stuff that's not a part of your job, and then they're like, well, 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 my mind just went blank. I don't know why.
but when it comes,
But yeah,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah. But yeah, there is places that will make you work and do stuff you're not supposed. Your job description doesn't fit, and then they kind of just play the manager card. Well, I'm the manager, so you're gonna do what I tell you, and that's how it is. And and it's just stuff that they don't really want to do, but they're supposed to do.
But anyway, my point is with that is eventually you get tired of it. Like you get tired of the bull crap. You are a good worker, but you just get tired of it. And then you just, start doing less work and, slacking a little bit because, screw it. What are you doing it for? You're not getting paid any more than these slackers, so you might as well slack yourself. And that's why I think it's more common for you to get bad service at these places and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So I can't entirely blame it
that
on them, but like, yeah. In
some
turn,
some of them, they are like they'll they go in and their mindset is, well, I'm just doing this to get money, make money, enough money so that I can do whatever, and I don't really want to be here. And when you have that mindset, you just kind of do bad. You're bad at your job because you don't have. I Granted, you're not gonna always have your heart in your job, but at least sometimes you just won't try because you just don't care.
well, you get discouraged, I think, and I
Yeah,
did. I mean, I'm a straight example of that. I did. It's like you do such a good job and then you get no reward for it. They just get like a fake
yeah,
reward. Just get a
yeah,
pat
and
on the
then you're
back.
just kind of right there, and you're like, well, this is stupid. Why am I doing this? But then you either A, push through it or you quit.
Now,
It's like,
there are some things that go against this, what I'm saying, because, like, so I had an experience. Okay, so when it comes to Wendy's in general, I think our Wendy's is pretty okay compared to the ones, like, up towards where you work. Um,
yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
so there's one across from Motor Mile that is absolute dumpster. Uh,
Oh my gosh. Don't ever go there between like 12 and 1 o'clock because the entire dealership gets out for lunch. And
oh,
that's why it's like all the way. I made that mistake one time and I sat there for like 30 minutes
okay.
waiting to get to order my food.
So I came home from work. This is just one thing because I have another one at the Wendy's in Blacksburg. The one across from B&B. I didn't even know it was there. Um, where Connor lives.
Yeah.
It's the one like so like yeah. As you're going up to his turn, there's that one. So we'll just say the one that across from Motor Mile first. So the one across from Motor Mile. So I was working all day. I was like, you know what? It's 7 o'clock, and I made it there to where Motor Mile is, and I decided I'm gonna go pull into Wendy's because it was easy and convenient. It was just on the right side of the road where I was driving, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna cross all these lanes to get there because otherwise it was McDonald's. So cross the lanes, and I hate crossing the lanes because
Yeah.
you have to sit there and wait. But
Yeah.
yeah, I went there and I noticed there was like four other cars in front of me. I'm like, all right, this is fine, I guess. I don't care. I'm just chilling anyway. So I'm waiting and then I hear the person in front of me ordering and they order like 2 Dave's triples, like 3 nacho fries, like another chicken sandwich or something. I'm just like, are you serious right now? Are you actually kidding me? There was 2 people in the car. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh
that's
my
the
god.
that's the thing I hate is sometimes you'll sit there and there will literally be a person, just a single person or 2 people in a car, and they will order half the menu, and you're just sitting there like, are you serious? If you're gonna do this, go inside.
Yeah.
Literally go inside. Drive-through is supposed to be for people who are just coming in, get their lunch or their meal or whatever, and go out. If you're ordering a entire dinner slash takeout, go inside
Go
and talk.
inside.
Go inside and do it.
The people
Inside is
in the
supposed to be
drive-through are
slow.
trying to get their food and go, especially people that
Not
have
trying,
worked all day.
not trying to sit there while you're trying to feed half a family.
Anyway, so yeah, I waited another 30 minutes for this woman to get her food and the person in front of her, the person behind her to get her food. And it was finally my turn. Meanwhile, there's 3 other cars behind me. Uh, I drove up, got my food. I handed a dude, I can't remember what it was. I handed him $15 or something. I can't remember. I handed him like a 10 and a 5 or something like that. I handed him that. My change was like $2 and some change. He puts the $2 in my hand, and then he turns around to grab the change. He turns back around, and the wind has blown the $2 back from my hand out out into like literally under the car behind me, rolled up and ran over the $2. And he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I was like, "I don't care, man. Just give me my food." I don't care. He's like, "But your $2 are out there." I'm just like, "I don't care. Give me the food." So he hands me the food, and I just drive away. I'm just like, that $2 was not worth it for me to get out of the car and grab it from under this person's tire. Like, I don't care. I know you make $11 an hour, whatever it is you make, but I don't need it.
So speaking of food, this brings us into our game time. I just created this game
Okay, you're
inside my
skipping
head.
killing time, but yeah.
Just oh, wait a second, I didn't see that. Anyway, speaking of food, we're gonna go straight into killing time. One of the ways to kill time is, you can sit there and you eat popcorn or something, watch YouTube or TikTok on your phone while eating, chips or a snack or something, while you're trying to kill some time waiting on whatever you're waiting on.
Mm-hmm. While you're waiting on your food at Wendy's.
While you're waiting on your food, you could be watching TikTok, eating. They like
You
to.
can eat
Uh,
while you're
tell
waiting
you,
on your food.
hold on. You can. They handed you your bag of stuff or whatever, and you always gotta wait on those fries. They always tell you to pull up. They're getting your fries done. And you can take your burger and just eat it and watch TikTok while you're waiting on your fries to get done.
Okay. My killing time for today. Instead of, and let's just do food related. Instead of going out and going to a fast food, why don't you make yourself some food? In fact, why don't you learn a new recipe? Or if you still want burgers and unhealthy food, why don't you go and outside and grill it on your charcoal / propane grill, and just, get it all smoky, get it all nice, get it all tasty. Get all your condiments and stuff. Make you a nice homemade gourmet burger. And fries are really easy. You could put them in the oven. You could put them in a fryer. You
Yep.
could put them in an air fryer. Air fryers are really good.
Yes, very good, very good.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of food, speaking of food,
We're still speaking of food. Yes.
we're still speaking of food. This is what this whole entire episode is about. It's just food and fast food. and we're going
We may
straight
need a
into a
part
game.
2 to this episode at some point. Like because I feel like I could have continued for a long time.
Yes, yeah.
There's so many
So
fast food restaurants. There's so many restaurants. We could go on
yeah,
forever.
so we're going into our game time segment. I just made this game in my head a minute ago, even though Splash told me to think of a game time for this episode yesterday or whatever. I never did. I just created the game inside that. So what we're gonna do is we're going to think of food. Doesn't have to be like specific. Could be any food. Could be a vegetable, a fruit, or meat or whatever. And you're going to. So what we're going to do is you're going to describe the food.
Okay.
Whatever's going to describe what the food is without saying the name and what it looks like, and the other person is going to try to guess what that food is.
All right. All right. Uh, flip a coin for who goes
Yes.
first.
Hold on. Let me flip my pop socket off my phone real
Flip your
quick.
pop socket off your.
Yeah.
All right. Whatever
You
you
know,
decide is tails. I'll take tails.
Bob. All right. Bob has his lens cap or camera cap, so we're gonna use my pop socket. So the back side of the pop socket that goes to the phone will be tails, and then the picture will be um, heads. So you said tails.
Yep.
It is tails.
Okay. All right, Nick. So do I just give you like I just start describing it like one?
Like, yeah, yeah. So what you do is like, say if it was let's just say you can't use it now, but say if it was tomato, you'd be like, it's round, it's in a garden, it's red, which it'll be too obvious, but
Okay. All right.
you can eat it on sandwiches and stuff. So yeah,
All right. All right. All
like
right.
that.
All right. 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 Okay.
And the point of it is it's also fun. You can describe it kind of in a funny way.
All right. All right. All right. All right. Grows on a tree. It grows on a tree.
Grow.
It can be green. It can be yellow. It It's obviously got seeds in there. It doesn't taste good if you just bite it straight off of the tree.
Is it a banana?
Bananas don't grow on trees, do they?
I'm pretty sure they grow on trees.
No, it's not a banana.
I don't know.
Do
Oh,
bananas grow on trees? I
do
don't actually
do
know.
bananas cause constipation? I don't know why that's a thing.
Yes.
Help with canker sores. Grow
They have
on
potassium.
tree. Oh,
I guess they do because monkeys grab them off of trees, right? Or is that a
yeah.
misconception?
They're in like no, apparently.
No,
What?
it's
Although it
not on the
appears
tree.
as though bananas grow on trees, they're actually not classified as trees.
They're
Wait, hold on.
bushes, aren't
What?
they? They're like little bushes or bushels.
It's like bushels,
Yeah.
I would assume. Well, yeah, it looks like. Oh, okay, yeah, it looks like a tree, but it's not really a tree.
Yeah. See, I
Okay,
I wasn't sure because I was like, I don't.
it's like a tall bush. It's in the middle of a bush and a tree, so it's like kind of midway. So it's like tall,
It's
tallish like a tree,
it's a tree with more leaves.
basically. Okay, so it's not a banana.
Not a
All
banana.
right. Grows on a tree. They're sometimes green.
Sometimes yellow. Doesn't taste too good whenever you eat it. Often used, um, often used for drinks.
Oh, lemons.
Yes, or limes.
Well, it'd just be yellow then, because lemon and lime are two different
Well,
things.
that's what. Anyway, they're the same thing.
All right. No, they're
I would have
not.
accepted
All right.
lemon or lime if that makes you feel any better.
So, all right. So this this food is circular, or it's kind of like an oval shape kind of thing. And it has like spikes. Um, I would recommend not biting into it just straight. The inside's yellow and under the sea.
Pineapple.
Yes.
Under the sea.
I had a different way
SpongeBob
to do that.
SquarePants.
I
I
had a
was
different way to do
almost
under
like
the sea, but I couldn't remember.
as you were describing it, that's what came to mind, and then you said under the sea, and I was like, oh, that just confirms it. Okay. Any kind of food. All right.
Any kind of food.
All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Comes from an animal.
Comes from an animal.
It comes from an animal. It is the animal. It can be. The animal can be black, white, black and white, brown, bunch of different colors. The animal.
Hamburger.
Daggone it.
As soon as you started going into the color, you could have left out the colors because
You could have
the
had.
colors is what
You
gave it
could have
away.
been zebra, black and white. I said brown.
Ate zebra. I don't know who's eating zebra, but
Who's eating zebra? Oh man. Okay.
so I don't think you're gonna get this one. You might not get this one, which is fine.
Okay.
So it's a circle. It's kind of a like a mid ball size.
A mid
Like
ball size.
you got an orange ball size, which is small, and then you got mid, and then you got large, which would be like a cantaloupe or a watermelon. Um, but it's a mid ball size, and it's reddish pink on the inside, and it's got seeds, I believe.
A reddish pink. A dragon fruit.
And it can no.
Reddish pink. What was you gonna say?
And it's kind of sweet and sour.
Sweet and sour. Is it a fruit?
Yes, it is a fruit.
A mango?
No.
Oh. Not a cantaloupe. You said it wasn't a cantaloupe.
Smaller than a cantaloupe, but bigger than an orange.
Okay, I give up.
It is a grapefruit.
Oh, a grapefruit. That's right. That's
Sweet
right.
and sour and yeah, it's mid. It's not like big, but it's in the middle of an orange and a cantaloupe.
Okay. All right. Sticky.
Sticky.
Sweet. Naturally sweet. Comes from the great outdoors. Obviously. Orange?
Sticky and sweet.
Oranges aren't sticky.
I couldn't remember.
Why would an orange? Orange isn't sticky.
Oh, no, it's kind of sticky.
Okay.
It gets kind of sticky. Orange, sweet, sticky.
I'm trying to keep it as vague as I can. It comes from a creature.
It comes from a creature?
Mm-hmm. Of some kind. Bears really like it.
Bears really like it.
Mm-hmm.
Orange, sticky, and sweet.
I didn't say it was orange.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. You said
Oh, no, you
orange.
didn't. No. Oh, sticky and sweet. Bears really like it. Oh,
Bears.
honey.
Yes.
I'm so confused.
You
I
freaking
was like,
said
what?
orange and confused yourself.
Um, oh, let me, all right. So, this thing is cantaloupe size,
You're just gonna use cantaloupe
um,
sauce every time. Okay.
cantaloupe size. It's about as big as a cantaloupe.
Okay.
Um, and it's green.
A watermelon.
No,
As big as a cantaloupe. And it's
it's not
green.
like sweet, sweet, but it's
Cantaloupes
not
are pretty
sour.
big.
It's sweet. It
Okay.
doesn't really.
A
Whenever you bite
kiwi?
it into it, it doesn't. Huh?
A kiwi?
No. I said as big as a cantaloupe.
I know, kiwis are small. I'm trying to think of what's green.
It's
Inside or
green
outside? Or both?
ish, both. The outside does it has a little bit of green on it, but it also has some like grayish orange. It's also like when you taste it, it tastes more like water. It don't really have a taste.
Doesn't have a taste.
You're halfway right with a previous guess. I won't tell you which guess, but you had it half right with the previous guess.
Um, Watermelon. Kiwi. Oh, I said kiwi. That's what I said. Kiwi. Um, Man, why can't I think of fruits? Green. Green, 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 green. Green, 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 green. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. A cabbage?
No,
Lettuce?
no.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know then.
A melon.
What are you talking about? A melon?
A melon.
I said
There is
water.
a no. That's why I said you were half right with your previous guess, but I'm not going to tell you which guess it was.
Watermelon.
So
So it's just a melon.
watermelon. It's just a melon. It's not like you know how watermelon has that sweet like sweet watery taste kind of.
Yeah.
So have you ever had a melon?
I don't know
It's
what you're
like
talking about. Is it just a green
it
watermelon?
it's like a cantaloupe except it's green on the inside instead of orange.
Oh. Huh.
So it's like it and it literally just tastes like more or less water. It don't really have a taste unless you get like a uh there's honeydew melon and then there's sweet melon. So there's unless you get those then. But yeah, it's you should try it. I don't that I'm pretty sure they sell it at Walmart. Like
Okay.
uh,
I
near
don't
the
know.
watermelon
I don't know. I haven't seen
cantaloupe.
them. I don't. It's probably not the season, so I won't be able to get it anyway. Um.
All right. All right. So now it's time for. But why though?
I'm sorry. What?
But why though?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But why though?
But why though?
Or whatever.
So I
So-
guess today's but why though can be more or less food related, like food you don't like.
Oh, well, you already
Um,
know what mine was gonna be. Okay. Hold on, where did I write it down at? Okay. I want to know why people pull their car into the middle of an intersection just to turn. Look, like they're going to turn. They have their blinker on and they literally like pull out into the middle of the intersection, just sit there with their blinker on. If you're that far out into the intersection, why wouldn't you just go ahead and turn? It's like you're more likely to get hit if you do sit there. So I guess my question is,
But why though?
so
Anyway.
we went the complete opposite direction that I was wanting to take.
It's okay. I may
Uh,
think of another one. You can.
but I'm trying to think, is there any like I'm not really a picky eater.
Yeah.
Spinach, spinach, I don't get why. I just want to know
But why though?
Why spinach?
why spinach? I
Look,
get like
spinach
spinach in a salad. I get
spinach dip.
spinach in a salad
Spinach dip.
without. I don't like spinach.
You don't
I
like
like it
spinach
only in a
dip?
salad. If it only, I don't think I've ever had spinach dip
They have it at
just because
McAdoo's
I
and
don't
it's
like.
really good there.
So my thing is, I like spinach whenever it's in a salad, but whenever it's in like whenever you cook it is when I start having it. Why? Why would you want to eat something that looks like baby throw up?
Uh-huh.
Like
To be big and
I
strong
don't get
like
it.
Popeye,
And
Nick.
it tastes like baby throw up too. Like it tastes absolutely terrible.
I'm sorry, I
It
didn't know
tastes.
that
I
you
wouldn't
ate have
know.
eaten baby
I
throat.
wouldn't know what baby throw up tastes like, but it I feel like it that is what it would taste like, and that is my.
But why though?
Okay. All right. Dark chocolate.
What is your problem with dark chocolate?
But why though?
Dark dark chocolate. Okay. So dark chocolate is more like what chocolate's supposed to be because the chocolate we have in America, specifically America, is milk chocolate. It's not even real chocolate. Like there's barely any
Yeah,
chocolate in it.
well,
And
it's cocoa
there's
and
cocoa
milk and
in
all
it.
that stuff. That's why it's milk chocolate because it's like from the cocoa beans they mash them up and do all this stuff and they add milk into it. That's
But
why
there's more
it's
milk than
milk chocolate.
cocoa. And that's why it's called milk chocolate. But
Yeah,
it's not true chocolate. True chocolate is like in other countries and stuff. And it's actually a lot harder for people in America to find these chocolates. You have to go and like import them or something.
yeah.
I still want to try a good chocolate, a good piece of chocolate. Maybe I don't like it. Maybe I'm just stuck on the milk chocolate. I'm just saying. But anyway, dark chocolate is gross.
It
Like,
literally to me it tastes almost identical.
are you
Like
serious?
whenever yeah, to me it's fine with me. That's like Riley's favorite like kind of chocolate is dark chocolate. She
I
likes
mean,
that dark
it's all
chocolate.
right. Like, I'm not gonna say like most people say like it's the worst thing on earth. It's not. It's chocolate. It's just very
It does
rich,
have like a
rich
certain
chocolate.
yeah, and that's like what her and her dad are like. They don't really have a sweet tooth pretty much. Like the rich chocolate, they can like deal with some like rich
Well, I
like
don't have
sweet
a
stuff.
sweet tooth either. I'm a salty boy. I like salt. I like some good old salt. I like soy sauce. I like salt on my fries. Extra salt. Put extra salt on that crap, which Wendy's does do, by the way, most of the time. Um, sometimes there's
um
nothing on them fries.
um Another but why though for me is it's like really hard to do food but why those because it's like avocado, that's another, like, I don't like it. And I've tried, I've tried it before because Riley loves it, and I don't. I hate it.
Avocados are
It
okay. I don't
it
understand the
looks
appeal of guac either, which comes from
it's
avocado.
literally it literally is like almost identical to the reason why I don't like spinach.
It looks like baby
It looks
vomit.
like baby it looks like baby throw up. And
Well,
like
baby throw up.
and it's the texture, I don't like the texture where it's like kind of squishy and wet and mushy or whatever.
Put that on a
Um
shirt. Looks like baby throw up. Ninja Nick.
so 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 it's like I don't like it cuz the taste, I don't like the taste, I don't like the texture. So, and I don't get why people and how people can like avocados.
Okay.
Um, so what is our runtime currently?
We're at an hour. Um,
All right. So this has been Time Drain. Looks like, well, you have the outro, so you can do the outro.
you want me to do the outro?
Yes, because I don't know the outro.
I want to say one more thing that's very controversial, and maybe I shouldn't say it. Maybe I shouldn't say it because our podcast will
Say
get
it.
canceled.
Say yes. Get us clicks. Get us clicks.
Bacon's not good.
Oh my God, you un-American fuck.
Bacon is just, to me, is like too greasy. Okay, like everybody wants bacon really crunchy. Okay, so specifically crunchy
You
bacon.
just said you like salty. You
I
said you
do.
like salt.
That's the
It
difference.
literally
It's
is like one of the
grease.
saltier things.
Look, I like.
Oh my
You
gosh,
know that
you
Thanksgiving.
un-American.
Yeah, Thanksgiving ham. It's always too salty. I like that ham. Okay, I don't like
It comes
greasy
from the same
bacon.
exact animal.
Uh, yes.
Drain the grease off. Wipe the grease off. You can literally wipe
It
the grease
doesn't
off.
matter. It's too crunchy the way everybody likes it. It's basically like eating like
What are you
soft
talking about?
chips.
I don't like crunchy bacon. I like an even, like a little bit of crunch, but also like it. I like it chewy.
But also
But you can wipe. Uh huh.
also in the same also in the same sense, bacon just altogether, the taste of it just not there for me because it just tastes like I'm eating grease. Like I used to really like sausage, like straight up just regular sausage. I used to eat it religiously. But after a while, my taste just started to change, and I just didn't like sausage because it tastes greasy, like no matter what I did to it. So I had to start adding, like, if it's a sausage biscuit, I can't have it. If it's sausage, egg, and cheese, I can probably tolerate it. I just don't like sausage. Chorizo, the Mexican
Oh.
sausage, that's the best sausage on earth. Changed my mind. Um, yeah, I just don't
Well, it
like
looks like
bacon.
our time has been drained, and we are out of stuff to talk about.
And yeah, I had more to talk about, but okay. And time. That's a
And
wrap for
time.
this episode. You've been listening to Time Drain, and all of our time has unfortunately been drained. We'll see you in the next episode if the show is not canceled. And always remember to keep on ticking. Tick. Tick, tick.
Tick, tick, tick.
Tick, tick.